Leapfrogging means not just replicating legacy systems, but really building from the ground up technology-enabled systems, whether for clinical operations, regulatory quality management systems. So because we don't have legacy systems, we're able to start with a clean slate and build from there. So for ACRN to be the gateway, we're trying to build a platform that de-risks doing clinical trials on the continent so that the sponsors don't navigate fragmented, unclear systems, are able to work in a unified, coordinated way and supports the mission of increasing the volume of trials that are run on the continent. Reliability of data is critical. Clinical research is a highly regulated field, and the industry is shaped around generating high-quality data that meets regulatory standards and ultimately ensures that safe and effective and efficacious medicines are delivered to patients. So building the trust systems around data integrity, data quality is really important. We're at an ideal time to be building something like ACRN, where digital systems are more readily available, both at the site level as well as the SMO or CRO sponsor levels. We are fortunate as we're building ACRN to have multiple partners working with us on developing the digital systems that can support our work, whether it's site-level systems or through the partnership with Oracle, developing systems and platforms that enable us to support investigator-initiated trials across the continent using a digital backbone that can enable seamless execution of trials, particularly in the global health space. One of the key things for the continent is having a harmonized regulatory system to drive the competitiveness. If we look at other places in the world, for example, the United States, each state doesn't have its own regulatory framework. On our continent, we're about 54 plus countries on the continent, and it's very difficult for many sponsors to navigate each one of those regulatory systems. Ideally for us as Africa, we should work towards unifying, particularly on the regulatory space. And it's really exciting to see initiatives such as the African Medicines Agency, the Africa Free Trade Agreement, and various other initiatives through the AU of Africa coming together and uniting. Some of this will take time, but regulatory harmonization will be important for driving Africa's competitiveness in the global clinical trial space. Having a sustainable economic research engine is very important. Research is important for the growth of any country, of any economy. Having strong science, technology, research capabilities, particularly in the life sciences as our area of interest, is very important. Research is not only a charitable endeavor, there's certainly a key component of philanthropic funded research. Research should be a national imperative, so governments dedicating research, dedicating resources to research. At least 1% of GDP should be dedicated to research. But also governments should see the life sciences industry as an opportunity for economic growth. Drug discovery and development is a key driver of many economies. Clinical research drives economic value in a number of different ways, whether it's in improving science, improving data for improved patient care, but all the support services that are related to clinical trials and research. So we're keen as ACRN for the continent, our continent's leaders, to start to see how building clinical research, building a life sciences industry is absolutely critical for Africa's economic growth and building a diverse economic backbone for the continent. I think, so as ACRN, one of the critical milestones that we talk about is increasing the number of trials that are done on the continent. So at the moment, only 3 to 4% of trials are done on the continent. Many of those are global health, infectious disease-related studies, which is very critical for the continent. Fewer are industry-sponsored and fewer are early-phase studies. So one of our main metrics is increasing trials from 3% to 15% over the next decade. That is a very ambitious goal that ACRN alone will not achieve. ACRN can only achieve that with partners and stakeholders across the continent. Those partners include governments, so national policymakers driving local policy towards making countries in the continent more competitive. This includes regulatory bodies, both national as well as continental regulatory bodies, creating the framework that makes Africa more competitive. This includes research sites, physicians, patient groups across the continent getting engaged in clinical research, and us ensuring that we have strong community engagement that enables populations to understand the value of research and to contribute to developing therapies for the continent. So our key milestone is that 3% to 15% in the next decade, and with that, building strong partnerships that will enable us to achieve that.